Guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Hope you guys are having a good day, and thanks for checking out the video. Today we're going to be talking about cove back ends and how they're overrated, and they're just not as good as what they used to be, and sort of give you guys some options that'll help you guys catch more fish by staying out of them. So real quick before we get started, guys, just wanted to remind everybody, if you haven't had a chance to please swing by and check out fishthemoment.com, our spring lake map breakdowns. Got those breakdowns set up for all over the country to give you 40 GPS waypoints and tips and advice on how to fish each spot. And so if you don't know much about a lake you're going to, or even if you fish a lake a lot and you want to get some other good spots, check them out. And we can also do a virtual online lesson to go over any lake that you want to in the country. I'll put the fishthemoment.com link in the description here for that info. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, I'm going to take you to the back of a cove right now, explain to you why they're overrated, and give you some options. Guys, this is a typical cove back end right here. Every lake across the country's got them. And guys, here's the deal. Now, this is what and a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, Randy, I catch a ton of fish on cove back ends. You guys, you don't know what you're talking about. Guys, they're not the same as what they used to be, because bass fishing now, all of our lakes are getting hammered relentlessly, and they're not as good as what they used to be, because there's a large percentage of the anglers, guys, that the first thing they do is they run to the back of the coves almost any time of the year, and they start about 2/3 of the way and they fish all the way back and they come in there. Now, these coves can have a lot of different type of cover. They can have docks, rocky banks, there can be some isolated lay down, whatever like that, but these things attract a lot of attention. And one of the reasons that these are not as productive and your time is better spent not fishing them is the fact that these are very, very sensitive areas. It's like somebody that rolls in through here is going to catch whatever's in there. It's not like you're going to be able to come in behind 4 or 5 boats that come in here and catch fish behind them. And that's what most people do. Most people on these cove back ends like this, there's people come in and out of them all the time, especially like down here at Grand Lake right now where I'm filming this video. So there's only a limited amount of fish in these things, and they get plucked off real easy. So my advice, I don't care what time of the year it is to stay out of the extreme back ends like this. So let's talk about some other options. Here's the advice I'll give you. Instead of going like to the back of the cove, which this is going to attract the most amount of attention, people are going to go right to the back. Start focusing on the areas in the bank leading up to this. Say, for example, like on the other side of the docks there's a point, and this bank right here, it's pretty pretty nondescript. There's not really anything that stands out about it. But what happens is, like, even in the springtime of the year, instead of fish spawning in the back of that cove there's going to be more and bigger fish spawning like on the banks leading back into those cove back ends. These fish have evolved to stay out of those back ends because they get so much pressure, and they don't want trolling motors whirling over their head when they're trying to spawn a lot of times, or if they're trying to feed. So one of the things that you can do is these areas like this that are not in the back end, but they're close to the back end, they get anymore where they hold a lot more fish. They don't get the pressure. The fish feel a little bit more secure around them than they do in the very back ends right there. So my opinion, guys, is don't waste your time in those back ends and start concentrating on the areas that are close to the back ends. Hey guys, here's some tips and advice there, staying out of cove back ends. Like I said, I'm sure I'm going to get some blowback on this. Guys are going to say I don't know what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying, guys, it's very, very difficult to do good in a tournament or do good any time if you commit to those cove back ends, simply because they get covered up. They just get pounded relentlessly. And these fish, like I said, they're evolving to live and spawn in different areas close to those areas simply to stay out of the pressure. It's just a part of the evolutionary process that bass are continually going through to adapt to a relentless pounding from anglers. So hope it helps out. We'll see you guys later.